Alright guys, day 3 of playing through my Steam library. Today we're going to be playing Aviary Attorney, so I will nip this in the butt now. The resolution for this game maxes out at 16 by 900, which is why we have the weird bar at the bottom of the screen. The weird one. Are you ready? I know nothing about this. January 1st, 1844. The Chateau Crenier of Baron Ragout. Oh my god, there's been a murder. Is that Wizel Grinwell? I'm gonna fuck this up. I don't speak French. Dame Catterline, what have you done? Act 1. A cat with claws. I'm not drunk enough for this. Look at that cute little bird. It's midday already. Where on earth is that featherhead? God. Well. Look who finally decided to get up. Haven't you heard what they say about the early bird falcon? Ugh, too early for worms. Pass the Cabernet Sauvignon. There'll be time for that later. We've got some business to handle first. Business? A letter arrived while you were sleeping. I haven't opened it yet. Probably just more junk mail. Go ahead, Sparrowson. You may have the honors. Alright. Dear Monsieur Falcon, I'm writing to you today because my daughter, Dame Catterline, has been arrested for a crime she did not commit. She is being held at La Concierge prison on the charge of murder, no less. Her trial is in 3 days' time. I would be greatly in your debt if you could offer her your legal aid. Yours sincerely, French. Well, this is quite something. I know, your first serious client in months. Not just that. The French estate is well known for its exuberant wealth. Even if we cannot do much for Dame Catterline, his lordship would still reward us handsomely for our efforts. That's the way to think about it. Wow, so I suppose you intend to defend Dame Catterline in court? Of course. Of course, it would be foolish to let such an opportunity slip through our feathers. Grab your coat, Sparrowson. We're going to go find our kitty client at French. Excellent. My derriere was being tired from all this sitting around. Oh, but I better file away, Frenchman, letters first. One moment, Falcon. The letter has been added to your evidence folder. You may access the evidence folder at any time by clicking the suitcase symbol. Ah, nearly forgot my wallet. I wouldn't want to lose that. Again. I recall you losing it at the New Year's party, and at Christmas. Yes, alright, no need to make a list. Falcon has picked up his wallet. 20 francs. Excellent. You may see how much money he is carrying at any time by clicking on the wallet symbol. Let's make a move. My god. Welcome to the map screen. From here you can travel to any listed area by clicking on a location name or a location node. Areas marked with a clock symbol take a whole day to visit. Areas with no symbol can be visited freely. Oh god. Oh, here. Falcon and Sparrowson step into the cold stone foyer of the concierge prison. Is that how you say that word? Sullen-faced guards and visitors linger beneath the medieval archways. Ah, the concierge. They say this is the finest prison in the whole of France. The outer walls are impenetrable, the cells are spotless, the guards are well-mannered. Wow, what do you want? Good day, monsieur. I am here to see Dame Catterline French. I am due to represent her in court. Oh, you're her lawyer, huh? Fine, follow me. Well, what are you waiting for? Keep up. I don't really do voices, so this is gonna be weird. What a pretty kitty. Sigh. My papa hasn't forgotten about me, has he? Dame Caroline French, I presume. You've arrived, the fantastic lawyer, Monsieur Falcon, and his petite assistant, Sparrowson. Milady is knowledgeable. Don't talk like that, Sparrowson. Sorry. My papa told me that he would only hire the best lawyer in town. Then why'd he hire us? I'm flattered. But they weren't available at such a short notice, so he hired the first person in the address directory. Yes! Get fucked, Falconson. Oh, you see, Falcon? I told you listing under Aviary Attorney would pay off. Hey, that's the name of the game. Let's get down to business. Dame Caroline, could you fill us in on some details? Your father's letter was a little brief. I can do my best. What is it you wanted to know? What happened on the night of the murder? What exactly happened on the night of the murder? Oh, let me think. It was Friday evening. Me and my papa has... Should I be taking notes? Me and my papa has arrived at Chateau French, the home of Great Baron Ragout. My papa spent all evening talking with Monsieur Greenway and the Baron about business stuff. Business stuff? Well, the three of them own a railway company together. So all through dinner, they were talking about company shares and investments. But I don't really understand most of that. But after dinner, this man with a camera took our photograph. That was a lot of fun. Sorry, man with a what? Took your what? Wow. Camera. It's a very new gadget. Tiny bug sits in the box with a tiny paintbrush and paints your picture very fast. In 10 minutes, poof, you have a perfect picture. Is that really how those work? Wow, technology is amazing. I don't think the lady's explanation is right, Sparrowson. Pshaw, let me believe. Still, the camera sounds like a very special device. I'll make a note of it. Camera has been added to your evidence folder. Please continue, Dame Caroline. So after we had the photograph, I went into the gardens to get some air, and that's when I found the body of Monsieur Greenway. He was ripped open. A housemate saw me standing over the froggy monsieur and called for help, and then the police arrived. Before I could say anything, I ended up here. It was such a blur. Must have been terrifying. Why is she still in all of this outfit? It wasn't so bad. My papa taught me how to be a brave cat. Was there something else you wanted to ask, Monsieur Falcon? Who was there that evening? Dame Caroline. Who attended the banquet that evening? Well, there was me and Papa. My dearest Mama couldn't make it. And there was Baron Ragout, who hosted the dinner, and his housemaid, Poulin, I think she was called. Of course, there was Monsieur Greenway. Well, until, you know, he died. She's so heartless. I love it. And there was Monsieur Robito de Robino, the man with the camera, but he was only there for a little while. He did it. I know he did. I think that was all. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? Did you see anything suspicious? Dame Caroline, did you see anything suspicious that evening? Suspicious? Well, there was a guy with a giant knife. Like, maybe a guy lurking in the shadows, or a bloodied murder weapon. Monsieur Falcon, I do believe you're looking for an easy answer. No shit. I did not see anything, I am afraid. The evening was very normal, the food was delicious, the conversation was boring. It was all very ordinary until the incident. I see. Wait, Falcon, you missed something of huge importance. I did? Dame Caroline, you said the food was delicious. But you didn't say what food it was! You and your damn stomach. Let me see. It was fish. We had poached red herring to start, garnished with garlic butter. Go on. Then a marbled steak served perfect, bloody rare. Glorious. Falcon, write this down. What? This can't possibly be relevant in the case. Write it all down, please, for me. Fine. Then red herring has been added to your evidence folder. Bloody rare steak has been added. You know, that's probably going to be super important, and we're just like, fuck it, we don't care. Barrison, remind me not to let you talk to clients on an empty stomach. Come to think of it, I did find it a little strange that we weren't giving any cutlery. Huh, no cutlery even for the steak? Wow, that is weird. Nope, you would think that the great Baron of Chateau Cronier would have glorious silverware, but there was none to be seen. That is a little peculiar. Was there anything else you wanted to know, Monsieur Falcon? No, I think that will be all. So what's the plan now, Falcon? The way I see it, we have two tasks. We should head to Chateau Cronier and try to see the scene of the murder for ourselves. Then we should track down this supposed photographer, Monsieur Rabito de Rabino. 2 days for 2 tasks seems doable. But we should get back and get some rest first. We have a lot of work ahead of us. Wait, Monsieur Falcon, before you go, you do believe my story, don't you? I believe in justice. Dame Caroline, I believe that a fair trial can draw the truth from any situation. I believe in justice. That's good to hear. You're not wrong, Falcon, but that's what the lady needed to hear. She killed him. I know she did. You might want to put work on being less of a, how do I put it, fils de pute. I don't know what that means. If serving justice makes me a fils de pute, then I'll wear that title proudly. Don't know what that means. Dame Caroline, Monsieur Greenway, Baron Ragu. These names are all getting a little confusing, aren't they? No shit. Oh, I guess not for Falcon. Not particularly. Well, it is for me. I'm gonna start compiling a Facebook so that I can keep track of who everyone is. A what? A Facebook. I'm gonna take their faces and put it in a book. A collection of people's names, pictures, and descriptions, and one easy-to-carry catalog. I think I understand. The name could use a little work, though. Barrison has started compiling a Facebook. Oh my god. What a fat cat. That frog. Work. Alright. Excellent. How do I... What? Okay. I gotta click it again. Can access it anytime. Let's make a move. Alright, let me turn up the volume a little. A new day. Cool. Ah, the up-and-coming photographer. So this is the studio of the famous photographer. Shall we knock? Wait, there's a note on the door. Ahem. Magnificent and marvelous artist, Monsieur Rabito de Rabino, is currently out on an artistic expedition. He shall return when his muse sees fit. When his muse sees fit? What does that even mean? I think it means that he is a pretentious bird brain, but in any case, the artist seems to be out. What shall we do now? We should knock anyway. Alright, I don't see the harm. Nope, it doesn't look like he's in, Falcon. Oh god, what the... We should break in. What? Are you serious? Maybe? Monsieur J.J. Falcon, I would have thought that a man of justice like yourself would be against such reckless displays of unlawful barbarianism. Urbanism? You're right, I'm sorry, I don't know what came over. It's a brilliant suggestion. Stand back, I'm barging the door down. This is fantastic. You're birds, why don't you just fly up? Wait, just like that? Shouldn't we discuss this first? Bam. Good shit. What in bird Jesus' name was that? You said you wanted to break in. I thought we could find an open window. I don't think you would turn into a bird-sized cannonball. Oh my god, this is fantastic. Alright, now the music is super loud. Middle. It should be good. Alright. Well, now that we're here, we ought to make the most of it. This place is quite something. It's very... swanky? I was going to say ostentatious. That's just swanky talk for swanky. We don't have time for this. The sound of a door being smashed in could be drawing unwanted attention. We should find anything that may help our case and get out. In investigation mode, you are free to examine the scenery of the room. Click on an item of interest in the Falcon, and Falcon will examine it in closer detail. Ah, I can click on the X in the top right corner, not the one to shut the game down, but the big one. Oh, it like highlights everything. Bourgeois, tigress in profile. Finely dressed dandy, fellow upon a horse. What's this one? A lighthouse? No, that's a man in a top hat. Actually, if I squint and turn my head sideways, it's a black smudge falcon. A picture of a sailing ship on a windy day. Wow, I can look at all these? There's a tiny photograph of what appears to be a jail cell. That reminds me, how illegal is this? You know, breaking and entering, rifling through a person's belongings. It's very illegal. Not gonna lie to you, Sparrowson. If we're caught, we'd be spending the next 20 years with a number instead of a name. I call 24601. Don't be daft, Sparrowson. You can't call prison numbers. Damn, I wanted that one. I wonder what that has to do with anything. This is a picture of a fence. It's a fencey photograph. It leaves the viewer defenseless. Out of all the pictures here, I would pick it as my favorite. Okay, I'm done. No more fence puns. Good. You were gonna be shot. This is a photograph of a castle somewhere in the countryside. You know, I once had an uncle who once fell off a castle rampart while on guard duty. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Did he die? No, he got demoted. Ugh, terrible. Oh, there's so many. A butterfly, or maybe a moth. It's hard to tell in black and white. Beautiful picture of the Paris skyline. Given the angle, this must have been taken from Notre Dame Cathedral itself. This appears to be a photograph of a ladder, symbolic of climbing towards success, perhaps. Looks more like a stepladder to me. Oh no, we're not getting into that old argument. Alright. What else we got? Anything else? Alright, this thing. I see paints, inks, and dyes. I'm not quite sure what the clear liquid in this bottle is. I could taste test it. You could, but that's not... But we don't have time for a hospital visit right now, so let's not. I think we should, but whatever. A chandelier? You should get one of those for the office. I don't have the money for that sort of luxury. True. Hey Falcon, look. What? It's just an easel. No, look what's on the easel. Oh. Who's the giraffe? Oh wow, this must be a copy of the photograph from the evening of the murder. There's no question about it. I see a housemaid named Caterline. I think that's Aviary Attorney, Caterline's father. So what do? Do we just take it? Yes. Come this far, we might as well borrow it. Is there anything else we need to do here? Is there anything else? Wiggling around. Me, anything. Alright. I think we're good. I think we're done snooping. Let's get out of here before we draw further attention to ourselves. Sounds good to me. Excellent. Uh-oh. Oh my dear. What happened to my door? Some kids did it. Little weasel types. We saw them. Yeah, weasels. They were all like, let's break into this art guy's house. We were like, no, weasels, you cannot do that because that would be illegal. They were like, we chased them off. That's the important part. Well, thank you, I suppose. Let's make a move. Trial day is rapidly approaching. Right, let's go. Wow, we just fucking lied to that guy. We are horrible people. I'm beginning to think that we might have done it. Alright. Oof. Alright. I need a drink. This is actually pretty good. Although I'm reading everything and it's horrible. Falconson and Sparrowson enter the courtyard outside Chateau Crenier. People with dirty clothes and gaunt faces linger around the building's shadow. Hello. Excusez-moi, messieurs. I don't mean to be a pain, but my little girl and I are sick and starving, see? I don't suppose you'd happen to have some spare change. You have 20 francs in your wallet. What will you do? I'm gonna give her 10 francs. Here you go. Stay safe, madame. Oh, well. Bless you, messieurs. Bless ye. They're not even gonna give us information? I thought that's what I was doing. Whatever. That was pretty generous of you, Falcon. Times are tough. Making sure our mother and child can make it through the last of winter is the least I can do. What am I doing standing here moralizing? Come on, Sparrowson. We've got business to attend to. This is hard. This is a lot of reading. Holy shit. Although, they should be able to cut out my voice and just throw it on the game. This is painful. Alright. Falcon and Sparrowson step into the pristine wood-paneled foyer of Chateau Cornier. Wow, look at this place. Baron Ragout must be loaded. I know that's not how you say that name, but we're sticking with it. More than loaded, when it comes to lucrative investments, the Baron is a legend. Factories, chocolate shops, hotels, railroads. The Baron owns a little bit of everything this side of the scene. Is he here right now? Yes, he's a smug-looking chap with the impressive mane. But we must approach a man of his stature with tact and finesse. Hey, Baron, we'd like a word. How's that? Sparrowson, you have the finesse of an inebriated warthog. You can thank me later. I think I got his attention. Wow. He's majestic. Did I hear my name? Great Baron Ragout, property owner extraordinaire, at your service. And who might you fellows be? More investigators? No, we're attorneys. Not quite. I'm private attorney J.J. Falcon, and this is my associate, Sparrowson. Lawyers, huh? You know, you weren't the first to have passed through here today. Oh? Yes, this jumpy, twitchy fellow came by this morning, asked a bunch of questions, then hopped away before he heard the answers. Most curious. Do you know who he was, Sparrowson? Perhaps. I have a hunch we'll see him at the trial. A friend of yours? Something like that. What may I do for you, messieurs? We're doing some research on Monsieur Greenway. Monsieur? I don't know. I didn't take French. I took Spanish. And I couldn't even do it if it was in Spanish anyway, so it doesn't matter. The frog who was killed here on Friday evening. Of course, such a strategy. He was a good friend and a loyal business partner. I suppose you monsieurs will be wanting to see the crime scene for yourself? Actually, yes, that would be fantastic. Well, be my guest. You will find the garden where the murder occurred through the back doors. You may also be interested in the lounge on the second floor, third door on the right. That would be where we gathered for a group photograph prior to the... I could do that. Unfortunate incident. Oh, can we see the finished photograph? I'm afraid not. It is to my understanding that a photograph must be developed before it can be viewed. It's a slow process. My own copy of the photograph is to be delivered in 3 days' time. That's no good to us. The trial may be over by then. That's why we stole the other one. Nonetheless, we appreciate your hospitality. Thank you, Baron. It's no trouble at all. I'll be here to see you out when you are done with your investigation. So where shall we go first? We're gonna go to the garden. We're gonna see the dead body. Dame Caroline said that she found Monsieur Greenwin on the stairs by the fountain. So this must be the very spot where the murder took place. Hey Falcon, do the crime scene investigation thing. The crime scene investigation thing? Yeah, you know the thing where you get all eagle-eyed and analyze every object in excruciating detail? You mean search for evidence? Yeah, do that. That's not a bad suggestion. Wouldn't be the first time the Parisian police have missed something right under their noses. Parisian? Sorry to say that word. Select an area to examine. Another beautifully made horse statue. You know, my uncle once had a horse that refused to eat hay. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yep. Eventually we realized that it was just filling up on herbivores. Ugh, terrible. Finely crafted horse statue. The mane almost looks lifelike. God, I hope I get to push you into the river one day. Would you say it behooves you to stroke it? No, I would not. Baron Ragout certainly likes his horse statues. I don't mind the horse statues, but the little cherub people creep me out. Babies should be waddling, not attempting saddleless horseback rides. A horse statue? This one has a goofy face. I'm not even gonna read your pun. Wow. No, you're dead to me. About the fountain. Fountain's finely crafted. It's solid, carved marble. That can't have been cheap. See nothing but water in the bottom of the lower basin. It's a shame we can't see inside the upper basin from here. That would be the perfect place to quickly stash a murder weapon. That's actually not a terrible line of reasoning. We ought to wait in to take a closer look, just to be sure. Oh, I apologize. I wasn't being direct enough. What I meant to say was, Sparrison, go wade into the fountain and take a closer look inside the upper basin. Me? No way. If you want to do wading, do it yourself. I'm a respectable lawyer. You can't expect me to roll up my trousers and paddle around a fountain like a duck in a lake. Well, yeah, well, you don't pay me enough to justify getting my sweet breads wet. Look, there's only one reasonable way to settle this. We'll flip for it. Flip for it. Yeah, I'll flip this coin. I gotta sneeze. Oh, there's so much reading. You call the outcome, get it wrong, and you go for a swim. So what'll it be, heads or tails? Napoleon's face or plant squiggles? No, do heads or tails. Plant squiggles is called a wreath, Sparrison. Sure, I'll bet on the plant squiggles. It's heads. Should have gone with the old Emperor Falcon. Gah, fine. Hold my shoes. Wow. Falcon should really learn how to spot a rigged coin flip. I almost feel bad for cheating. Almost. Wow, he does not look happy. Ah, you're back. Had a good swim? No, I'm a bird, not a fish. But I did find a mystery item in the upper basin. It's no murder weapon, though. What is it? It's brown and sticky and it smells weird. Don't tell me you picked up a very wet cigar butt, possibly belonging to Baron Ragu? Correct. But that shouldn't be too surprising. It is his house after all. I'll stash it in the evidence folder just in case. Cigarette butt has been added to your evidence folder. Is there anything else you need to do here? Like it. Holy shit, I think we're done here. Good call, but make sure you don't want to take another dip. We still have time. Don't push my luck. Holy shit. This is such a long... Holy crap, she's tall. Once we get through the first... trial, we'll stop there. In an hour and a half. Second floor, third door on the right. This must be the room where the photograph was taken. Psst. Hey Falcon, did you see that? See what? That house lady totally just did something shifty. Shifty? I think she just pocketed something from that drawer. You should totally call her out on it. Excuse me, mademoiselle. Ah! Yes? Are you two policemen? No, we're private attorneys. My name's J.J. Falcon. And I'm Sparrison. Oh, how rude of me. My name is Coilin Duhant. So, what can I help you, messieurs, with today? We're investigating the murder that took place last week. You mind if we ask you a couple of questions? That's fine. Let me grab a chair. Wow. That's better. What was it you wanted to ask? You were a little nervous when we came in. You thought we were police officers? Is there something we ought to know? Anything you need to confess? No, I suppose I'm just a little nervous after all the drama of last week. Pressure her. You sure there isn't anything that you're hiding? It's okay to tell us. We're defense attorneys. That means we help people get away with criminal acts. Right, and... What? Wait, what? No, that's not an accurate job description, Sparrison. It isn't? Oh, what do we do then? Tell you later. Honestly, messieurs, I have nothing to hide. Was there something else you wanted to ask? We're looking for the room where the photograph was taken prior to the incident. Would you happen to know whether this is the right room? Oh yes, you're in the right place. I saw the photography session for myself. Let's see, the cameraman was standing just about where you're standing actually, Monsieur Falcon. And where was the camera pointed? Right at the clock above the mantelpiece. The Baron insisted on using that very location. Now that I'm looking at it, something isn't right about that clock. I know, the painting on it totally clashes with the decor. I was thinking more along more obvious lines. The clock has no hands. Oh, that clock had never had hands in all the years I've worked here. I think Baron Ragu just keeps it around as a conversation piece. Well, we're conversing about it, so I guess it's working. It's a peculiar detail, though. I'll make a note of it. Missing clock hands have been added to your evidence folder. Is there anything else you wanted to know? That's it. No further questions. Thank you, mademoiselle. You've been a huge help. It's no problem, miss yours. Actually, there is something. I know you two saw me stealing as you came in. I appreciate that you didn't give me the 3rd degree about it. You see, I'm trying to save up to follow my dreams, and, well, never mind, I'm rambling. It's no problem, mademoiselle. To be honest, we have a much larger crime to worry about. Although, I should probably ask, I don't suppose you've been stealing anything else? Silverware, perhaps? Ah, you know about that? Yeah, I suppose that was me. It started with a couple of teaspoons. I didn't think the Baron would miss those. But, well, yeah, I suppose that habit got a little away from me. That's one mystery solved, at least. I would appreciate it if you didn't tell the Baron. He's been really kind, and I would hate to break his trust. I see. So, where to next, Big Bird? I'm gonna go to the main hall and turn that woman in. Did you, as yours, have a good look around? I trust everything was in order? We had a good look, thank you, Baron, but we actually have some questions for you. Please, ask away. I have nothing to hide. What happened on the night of the murder? Baron Ragu? I would like to ask you about your activities on the night of the murder. Oh ho, am I in trouble? That remains to be seen. Does it now? I don't particularly care for your tone. I'm just asking questions, Baron. If you have nothing to hide, then you should be able to give a straight answer. Listen well, Garcon. I make more money in 10 minutes than you make in a week. I pay extraordinary amounts of taxes to the government so that law lackeys like you can keep your cozy jobs. And yet, you have the audacity to waltz into my own home and accuse me of being a murderer. You have 10 seconds to get off my property, or I will ensure that the next trial you attend will be your own. That was super suspicious. Don't say anything. What was it you told me as we went in? Let's act with tact and finesse. Shut up. What was it you called me? A drunken warthog? I don't need this. I'm going back to the office. He totally did it. Totally did it. Let me... I want to look at my things. God damn it. We're gonna be late. We gotta go. Alright. Falcon and Sparrison stand inside the marble portico of the Palais de Justice, awaiting the opening of the Tribunal de Grande Instance. You nervous, Falcon? Nope. Nope, we've got this case in the bag. Look at my feathers, see? Totally unruffled. Wow. Well, at least one of us is feeling confident. Shut up, bird. Monsieur Falcon, Petite Sparrison. Is there anything you need me to do? No, we've got a handle on things. Falcon was just telling me how confident he was feeling about the case. You're fucked. You're so fucked. I feel like... We'll have to see. If me being nice to people actually, like, works out or not. Then again, I don't know how they're gonna help me. That's wonderful. I just know you two will pull through. Let's move it along, fellas. Ah, I'll be watching from inside. Do your best for me, Monsieur Falcon. We will. She's so fucked. Are we ready? Yeah, we're ready. Oh, look at that fucking rabbit asshole. Alright, settle down, everyone. Settle down. Is everybody here? AJ Falcon present. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Rupert Rabbington present. The readiest prosecution, Your Honor. Oh, darn, that's not it. Oh gosh, where are my notes? Ah, I knew it. Knew what? Rupert and I went to Paris Law School together. He was in all of my classes. Oh, was he smart? No, he always scored the second worst marks in the class. I can only assume that he bumbled through the final exams on the luck of his two rabbit's feet. Unless he improved considerably, you might already have this trial in the bag. Thank God. That's good to know, but say, Sparrison, if Rupert scored the second lowest marks in this class, then who scored the lowest? I choose to exercise my right to not self-incriminate. Ah, there it is. This prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Are the jury all present? Look at that hippo. Look at the ostrich. I love it. I love the art in this. Alright. All present and accounted for, Your Honor. Hey, Falcon, I thought there were only 6 members of a jury for cases like this. Why do I count 8? Oh, those 2 birds with the funny hats are assessors, the associate judge. Everything seems to be in order, so let's begin. The court is now in session for the trial of Dame Caroline DeMau. Prosecution, please call your first witness to the stand. Oh gosh, are we there already? Okay, I choose to call the officer in charge of the murder investigation, Inspector Voltieri, to the witness stand. Inspector Voltieri, please approach the stand and recite the oath. What the fuck am I looking at? Oh, it's a chicken, I think. As you will, Your Honor. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. Monsieur, Inspector, please state your name and occupation for the record. My name is Inspector Just Voltier. I am a servant of the law, a scourge of the gutter rats that plague this city. I have enforced the law for over 20 years, and I shall continue until I bring the infamous Viridian killer to justice. Wow. My path begins 18 years ago. Let's stick to the questions, Inspector. Thank God. I did not want to read that story. Of course, Your Honor. Oh, great. I was hoping we would have one of those bumbling, cuddly officers, or instead we're stuck with lawful goody two-shoes. I bet this guy would turn in his own mother if he saw her littering. So, Inspector, is it true that you are the lead investigator on this case? That is correct. I was also among the first to arrive at the scene of the crime. And perhaps you can walk us through what you witnessed upon your arrival. It's getting loud. Music. Absolutely. Just after 7:30, we were alerted and brought to the scene by the housemaid of Baron Ragu. At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Caroline DeMau. She was standing over the corpse of Monsieur Greenway with his blood on her paws. Well, that sounds like an open and shut case in my humble opinion, so no more questions, Your Honor. Bloodied paws? Nobody told me that detail. Keep it together, Falcon. You're about to be given the opportunity to cross-examine the witness. That's your opportunity to find flaws in the inspector's testimony. Of course, I know this. Alright, we can begin cross-examination. How do we do it? Select a key phrase that you find suspicious. Falcon will press the witness for more information. Wait a minute, sliced open corpse? There was no knives at the location. I would like to ask about the corpse of Monsieur Greenway. Go on. Tell me about the slash. Inspector, could you describe the cut on Monsieur Greenway's corpse? Certainly, it was a single vertical slash. It was fine and deep cut. The kind that you would expect to see from a sharpened saber or a surgeon's knife. Or a cat's claw? Certainly. Wait. You say a saber or knife could have inflicted the wound. Isn't this a line of investigation that's worth pursuing? Don't be daft, Falcon. Did you see or hear anything about a knife or sword at the crime scene? Did we see or hear anything about a knife or sword at the crime scene? God damn it, I'm bad at this. Oh shit. Alright, I got it. No. Without evidence is a pretty unlikely possibility. No. Inspector, you say Dame Caroline has blood on her paws. Correct, blood clung to her fur like guilty. How much blood was there? enough for it to be clear that she had dirtied her hands on the victim's body. Noticed blood under the suspect's nails, around her fingertips, and even a little around her mouth. Her mouth? How vile. Well, I wanna do that. My God, this question of... There's only one murder victim that night. I do want to mention it. Ah, the blood on Dame Caroline's paws didn't come from the victim. Where did the blood come from? That's fantastic. The steak. Ate a bloody rare steak. Is this true, Monsieur Remington? Well, I am in a manner of speaking. I suppose steak may have been on the menu. Then, Inspector, would you acknowledge the possibility that the blood on the lady's paws did not belong to the victim, but to the steak? Well... Wait, don't answer that, Inspector. It is a possibility. No! Yeah, fuck you. Intriguing. Pretty convincing. I gained a little favor. Dame Caroline is an elegant bourgeois kitten. She is no doubt brought up with flawless etiquette and perfect table manners. At the banquet, she would have eaten the steak with a fork in her left hand and a knife in her right. How could she have possibly gotten blood on her paws with such good manner? Ah, that is a good question. Or at least it would be for at any ordinary dinner banquet. But as it happened, something was missing from that particular banquet. Something that forced Dame Caroline to eat with her paws. Missing silverware. And Caroline was forced to eat steak with her paws because the silverware of the household had been previously stolen. Stolen? I don't recall any mention of that in the police report. We weren't aware of anything missing from the Ragout residence when we performed the initial investigation, but as it happened, Baron Ragout approached us about this very subject last night. Ah! Innocent, perhaps? What a twist! You gained a little favor. Oh, we're doing pretty good. What is the meaning of all this? Bloody steak? Misplaced silverware? Inspector, was your investigation so lax that you overlooked these basic facts in your initial report? Lax? My investigation? Judge, I assure you that I am most thorough investigative officer on the force. Then it is amazing that the Parisian police managed to solve any crimes at all. Huh, get fucked. Oh dear. Be on your way, Inspector. Perhaps do a little inspecting for your next case. Bum, bum, bum. Fine, so be it, Monsieur. Till next time. Prosecutor, I trust your next witness is ready. This is going long. I hope you guys enjoy this. It's horrible. It is so painful, but we're winning. Yes, of course, Your Honor. I call upon, let's see, Monsieur Rabito Rubino, the photographer who attended the banquet on the night of the murder. Monsieur Rabito Rubino, please approach the stand and recite the oath. Blah, 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 blah. It's a little cliche, to be perfectly honest. Could the witness please introduce himself for the court records? What a pretentious bitch. Hump, as if anybody in this courtroom does not immediately recognize me. I am the great Monsieur Rabito Rubino, cutting-edge photographer and visionary. I don't just take people's pictures, I capture their very essence. French. You may have seen my works in hit magazine La Broche or Cis Chateau. I can send you tweets if you like. What on earth is a tweet? Bird-to-bird communication? Come on, Falcon, it's the 19th century. Get with the times already. This is so painful. Yes, your works are very impressive, Monsieur Rubino. But let's get down to business. Could you tell us your activities on the night of the murder? Very well. I was hired by Baron Ragout to capture the evening's events. I arrived at 7 in the evening, I pointed my camera and captured the beauty of the banquet in one fantastic photograph. Then I billed Baron Ragout and left, like a true artist. And with regards to the photograph, who did you photograph? I thought you might ask. I brought a copy so that you could all see for yourselves. Oh, very good. Let's take a closer look. My word, this is an exquisite picture, isn't it? They're all weird looking. So let's see, who do we have here? In the middle, we see, oh my god, that one has, hands on it. This is a doctored photograph. In the middle, we see Baron Ragu, the lion who hosted the event. On the left, we see the fat cat, the father of the defendant, Dame Caroline. And finally, we see the housemaid, who I suspect may have snuck into the picture uninvited. As you can see, two people are clearly absent from the photograph. The first is a victim, the second is the defendant. Just a moment, Monsieur Rabbington, this proves nothing. So the defendant and the victim were not photographed with the others. That doesn't mean that they were in the garden together at that point. Hold your horses, Falcon, I'm not done. Prosecution may continue. Behind the photograph subjects, we see a wall clock with the time at 7:30. Now, why is that time significant? Well, as Inspector Valtieri told us earlier, that was the exact time the murder took place. You see, Falcon, every suspect has an alibi at the time of the murder, save for Dame Caroline herself. Ah, yeah, you fucked yourself in the corner with this guy. Yeah. Hey, Falcon, that photograph doesn't seem right. It looks different than the one we borrowed from Rubino's studio. I see it, too. Look at that. Look at that. If we assume that only one photograph was taken, then this demonstrates that one of the photographs must have been edited in some way. You should just slam the evidence down. Be like, bam, inconsistency. This whole courtroom is out of order. Case closed. I can't do that. Well, I suppose you could be a little more delicate with your words. No, I mean, I can't do that because our evidence was illegally obtained. If I were to present it, Monsieur Rubino would ask how he acquired it, and the whole trial would derail. In the worst case scenario, I could lose my legal license, and we could be arrested for theft. Oh, well, we didn't do that. No, we don't. I should tread lightly. All right. Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Very well. Dun, 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 dun. 7. Alright, give or take a couple minutes, yes? How long did it take to set up? Took perhaps 25 minutes to find a shooting location, put together the camera, and ready the film. So you arrived at 7, and the photograph takes place at 7:30. You spent 25 minutes setting up. That leaves 5 minutes unaccounted for. Falcon, surely you aren't suggesting that Monsieur Rubino did something nefarious in this small window of time? No. Not at all. I'm just trying to piece together the evening's events. I spent a little time talking with Baron Ragu when I arrived. That's probably where the rest of the time went. How do you know? How do you know that you arrived at 7? Well, the clock in my house read 6:45 when I left, and the walk to the place is about 15 minutes. I don't claim to be a flawless timekeeper, but I am a professional. I always stick to an appointment. Never mind. I have no more questions. What? Take a closer look at this photograph. Excellent. I see a mistake in the photograph. Just to clarify, Monsieur Rubino, the photographs are a direct reflection of reality, are they not? That is correct. The photographic process leaves no room for bias or inaccuracies. That is most curious because I see a mistake. A mistake? Impossible! I just told you, Monsieur. The camera is a perfect, unbiased device. The photograph is produces are flawless. Falcon, I'm not seeing any mistakes. Could you be more specific? Certainly. That. The clock in this photograph, there's something not quite right about it. Well, isn't that convenient? Defense sees something wrong with the key piece of evidence that implicates his client. Don't give me that cocky tone, Monsieur Rabington. I have evidence that there's something wrong with the clock in that picture. This one. The photograph clearly shows the clock's hands pointed at 7 and 6. That much is self-evident. Which is curious because the clock in the lounge of Chateau Cremier has no hands. Yet, it has no hands. The clock is merely a decorative piece, a talking item. Feel free to ask Baron Ragout or his housemate if you have any doubts. Monsieur Rubino, how do you explain this discrepancy? I don't know, there must have been some sort of mistake. My camera is flawless. There is no mistake, monsieur. Your photograph depicts something that does not exist in the real world. Maybe there was an error in the printing process. An error precisely where the clock's hand should be? Please, monsieur, don't patronize us. Allow me to offer a more plausible explanation. You, Monsieur Rubino, edited this photograph. Edited? I'm no expert, but I suspect that you used paint or ink to carefully put hands upon the clock. It would have been a simple task, considering that the clock face was bare. One could even speculate that you specifically chose to include a handless clock in the photograph just to simplify the editing process. Aye, Falcon, your reasoning is absurd. Why would the witness do such a thing? Is it not obvious? By showing the photograph to have taken place at precisely 7:30, it clears all the photograph subjects of suspicion. In other words, Monsieur Rubino created a perfect alibi. Crack, you son of a bitch. Of course, this raises further questions. Who is the witness protecting? Why? Was Monsieur Rubino coerced? Bribed? Threatened? Enough silence. Let's hear some answers, Monsieur Rubino. Fine, you've got me. I'm guilty. I did it all. You did it? You're confessing to the murder of Monsieur Greenway? What? No. I have no idea who killed the frog. I'm just admitting that I'm guilty of producing fraudulent photographs. I was ordered to make changes to the printed photographs, and yes, that included adding hands to the clock. You were ordered? By whom? I dare not say. Monsieur Rubino, I strongly advise you to answer the defense's question. You have pledged to speak without fear, after all. This is such a long game. With respect, Judge, I fear his claws more than I fear the punishment of the justice system. I shall name no names. His claws, did you hear that, Falcon? That is most unfortunate. Monsieur Rubino, we cannot and shall not torture names out of you. We don't live under the Achine regime, after all. I thought I was supposed to say ancient. But since you have admitted to falsifying evidence, then we cannot keep you on the stand as a witness. Take your leave. You shall be charged with perjury in due course. I can't protest. That's the least I deserve for my failure as an artist. Good day, messieurs. Intriguing. Pretty convincing. I only gained a little bit of favor. So, the clock's hands were painted on. So what? It doesn't matter. The photograph still depicts Dame Caroline is absent due to the time, absent close to the time of the murder. That's significant. Don't be dense, Monsieur Rabington. If the photograph is not completely genuine, then it cannot be considered reliable evidence. Why not? It's still a portrayal of the night's events. Because if we accept that one part of the picture was edited, then we must accept the possibility that other parts were too. It is possible that Dame Caroline was painted out. Even worse, it is possible that another person was painted in. We know that the witness was trying to cover someone, so all possibilities must be accounted for. So what are you saying, Falcon? That the housemaid paid off the photographer? Or was it French name, perhaps? I don't think so. The housemaid lacks a means or motive. It wouldn't make sense for French name to implicate his own daughter. Well, surely you're not suggesting that the honest and beloved Baron Ragout deliberately tried to frame Dame Caroline? Because that would be the most outlandish theory yet. The Baron is a pillar of our community. He would never do such a thing. Monsieur Remington, I'm not here to throw accusations. That's the job of you, the prosecutor. However, perhaps I should offer my opinion. Oh, Ragout. But Baron, it's not time for your witness testimony yet. So you would think, prosecutor, and yet I see my good reputation getting tarnished by your incompetence. Incompetence? Indeed, let us proceed with witness questioning. Is that fine with you, Judge? Yes, I suppose that's fine. Very good, and I trust that the defense has no objections. No objections here. Fantastic. Oh, but before I forget, I pledge to speak without fear and prejudice, etc., etc. Our prosecutor asked me about what I witnessed over the course of the evening. Okay. Bearing ragu. On the night of the initial dinner went magnificently. When the photographer arrived, Monsieur Greenway left to visit the garden. Dame Caroline followed behind him moments later. French name. Monsieur Rubino and myself were engaged in conversation, so we paid her no mind. After the photographer had left, my housemaid left to find Monsieur Greenway and Dame Caroline. That would be when I heard her cry for help. Thank you, Baron. I think we all know the story from there. I'd like to cross-examine the witness. Do you doubt my integrity, Archon? I'm just here to uncover the truth, Baron. Very well, then hit me with your best shot. Let me establish with absolute certainty that I, Baron Ragu, am an honest man. The defense may proceed with the cross-examination. Holy shit. Alright. Baron, we saw the murder scene, your garden, for ourselves. What was with all the horses? I beg your pardon? Oh my god. Does it have anything to do with it? Nay, it doesn't. Yeah, we got another question. When was the last time you visited it? As it happens, I have quite serious allergies. I haven't been in my own garden for years. Years, you say? Indeed. Oh, Ragu, you fucked up. That's not right. Baron, I do not wish to call you a liar, but that claim does not hold up to scrutiny. Oh, and why is that? Because we have hard evidence that you have visited the garden recently. Balderdash, my word is gold. Show the court this so-called hard evidence that I've been in my garden. This one. This was found in your garden. To be specific, it was found inside the fountain basin, right beside where the murder occurred. A cigar butt? That would belong to anybody, and... Prosecutor, please shut your mouth. I can speak for myself. Okay, sorry, Baron. This is indeed the remnants of one of my cigars, but I must apologize, Monsieur Falcon, for I misunderstood your initial question. You see, prior to the banquet, I hadn't visited my own garden in years, but naturally, after hearing the housemaid's cry for help on the evening of the murder, I rushed outside. I was shocked and disgusted by what I saw. There must have been when I dropped my half-smoked cigar in the fountain basin. You see, Falcon, that's a perfectly reasonable explanation. I would find that believable if the cigar were casually discarded. But, as it happened, the cigar butt was found in the fountain's upper basin, a location that could only be accessed with great inconvenience, in a little paddling. The cigar butt was not dropped, it was deliberately hidden. There are any number of possible explanations, are there? Because I can only think of one. That is, that you, Baron Ragu, deliberately hid your cigar butt to disguise your own illicit activities. Did I now? And what illicit activities would those be? You want me to spell it out? Fine, let's put everything on the table. You, Baron Ragu, murdered Monsieur Greenway. That is what you were trying to keep hidden. Directly accusing me of murder? How shamelessly brazen. That is a ludicrous accusation, Falcon. The Baron is an upstanding citizen of the highest order. Your allegations is baseless. You have no evidence, no means, motive, or opportunity. No evidence? Think harder, Monsieur Remington. Every piece of evidence points to Baron Ragu as the primary suspect. You want the means? The Baron certainly had the means. His lion's claws are as sharp as a surgeon's blade. Gutting a frog's belly would be trivial to him. Even Monsieur Rubino confessed just moments ago that he feared his claws. Ridiculous! I would have never threatened a man with violence. You want a motive? The Baron had at least 10,000 francs worth of motive. By removing a business partner, the Baron's share of his railway company increased from 1/3 to 1/2. That is preposterous. And finally, the Baron had an opportunity. No, he crafted the perfect opportunity. He arranged a small banquet with a very select number of guests. He was aware of the missing silverware, and yet he served steak, a food item that necessities good cutlery. Why? To bloody the hands of his guests, of course. Then he hired an influenced photographer and staged a very specific picture in order to build a perfect alibi. Photographing the guests in front of a handless clock to make for easy editing is quite an ingenious plan, it must be said. Prosecutor, are you just going to let this slanderous yarn go untested? Say something. Object. Oh, you're pitifully useless. After executing the murder, the Baron found himself still holding a single piece of incriminatory evidence, his finished cigar. He knew that leaving it at the crime scene would raise suspicion, but he doesn't have time to properly dispose of it, so out of desperation, he threw it into his fountain, out of the sight of his desks, and any snooping police. I imagine the Baron was hoping to implicate French name, since that would ensure total control over his railway company. Alas, Dame Caroline was the first to happen upon the crime scene, so the Baron improvised. This is an outrage. Judge, I demand that you disbar this ranting lunatic. No, there is only one outrage here. That is, that a man like yourself is able to abuse his wealth and status to frame an innocent girl for murder. You're a bourgeois of the worst kind. How dare you, Garcon? The utter nerve for a lying scumbag of a lawyer to accuse a philanthropist like myself of something so heinous. I'm nothing like the fat cat bourgeois. I'm a respectable, hardworking capitalist. Yeah, capitalism, yay! Like the ramping up music. No, you're a ruthless man who would slaughter a dear friend just to reap a few francs. You incredulous whelp. I ought to gut you right here and now like a damned frog. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Good. Somebody please restrain the Baron. I'm on it, Your Honor. Let's go, old man, to the concierge with you. Don't touch me, you filthy jackdaw. I can walk myself. Oh, this is quite the turn of events. Does the prosecution have anything to add? Well, in a manner of speaking, well, to be honest, no. Then I shall now confer with the members of the jury to come to a decision. I ask that the animals of the court please be patient in this time. Whew. Falcon, that was pretty incredible. Thank you. I just hope it was enough. What do you mean? You just proved Caterline's innocence. We'll get a non-guilty verdict for sure. Sparrison, I think you've misunderstood something important about the justice system. What's that? I haven't proved anything. As lawyers, we cannot deal in proofs. It is not possible. All we can do is organize the evidence and convincingly explain what it suggests. I haven't proved Dame Caterline's innocence. All I have done is demonstrate that there is a significant possibility that she is not guilty. I'm not sure that I understand the difference. Alright. Come on, Bard. We have reached a decision. In light of the recent revelations, it is clear that an error of judgment was made with the initial arrest. On that note, we unanimously find the defendant, Dame Caroline Demau, to be not guilty. Yay! Not guilty. Look at that. I did it. Not guilty. Not guilty. Yeah, I suppose we did, didn't we? We should head back to the office so we can celebrate properly. You did it, Falcon. I can't take all the credit. This was a group achievement. Yeah, you did most of the work, Sparrison. I'm so proud of you both. I'll go get 1 bottle of wine and 3 of our least dirty glasses. You were amazing, Monsieur Falcon. Oh, it wasn't nothing. I very much like the way you pinned the murder on the Baron. That was an act of sheer genius. Well, I didn't pin anything. Sparrison and I just worked on unveiling the truth, given the facts of the case. Monsieur Falcon, there is no need to play coy. The case is over. Play coy? Oh my god, she did do it! Don't tell me you're actually being sincere. I'm completely lost. Oh wow. I thought the goody-goody act was an goody-goody thing was an act, but you actually don't know. Alright, I'll spell it out for you. Oh my god, she did do it. That's fucked up. Holy shit. Oh my god. Holy shit. To increase my papa's share in the train company, of course. My papa always said that the drunk frog was the weakest link. Your confession doesn't make any sense at all. I found Baron Ragu's cigar butt hidden in the garden. Oh, I put that there. I expected the police to find it. But I suppose that was putting too much faith in the brains of Paris' finest. But Falcon proved that Monsieur Rubino's photograph was edited. It was edited. I wasn't in the picture because I was busy paying a visit to Monsieur Greenway in the garden. My papa knew I needed an alibi, so he ordered Monsieur Rubino to paint me over Baron Ragu and to add hands to the clock. But that lazy artist didn't manage to finish altering either photograph by trial day. The good thing that Monsieur Falcon was so imaginative, because that would have gone very badly. Oh my god. What's with the silence? You should both be proud. Oh my god. I cannot fucking... I am blown away. And this video was an hour and 10 minutes long. And nobody is gonna see this. Holy shit. Oh my god. There aren't many lawyers in the whole of France could have won a case like this, even for a bourgeois kitty like me. I think you should leave. Fine, so much for the celebrations. Here's a payment for your services straight from my papa's pockets. Adieu, Monsieur Falcon. Adieu, petit Barroson. Falcon, what do we do now? Falcon? Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh my god. This was a mindfuck. Holy shit. You know, I went into this game going, oh, this is fucking shit. Like, I'm not gonna enjoy this. But holy shit, man. I'm never going to record this again because reading it has fucked up my throat. But holy shit. Oh my god, I cannot believe this. Fucking hell. I'm shocked that we got her away with murder. One, we're really good attorneys. Holy shit, we're good. Two, holy shit, I cannot believe she did that. She seems so nice. Everyone's probably like, oh, it was so fucking obvious. Holy shit. Alright. That was it. I hope you enjoy that. The next game tomorrow is The Bureau, XCOM Declassified. Let's see how that goes. But alright, see you guys later.